AstroNerdBoy here. I'm going to talk about an RPG game called Rogue. Rogue was a old school RPG um, video game done in the early 80s, as you can see. It was on a lot of Unix machines. The graphics were all ASCII. It was very simplistic to play. Uh, in the late 80s, Epics, or mid 80s, the Epics games got it and sold it. And that was actually the first video game for the PC that I ever purchased. So I still have a copy of the game. Unfortunately, with Windows 7 64-bit, it is unplayable. So if I was going to play the game I have, I would have to get that one emulator that everyone uses and whose name I can't think of off the top of my head. But anyway, the game, I'm going to start a session here because I'm using a web version done with Flash on freewebs.com/drussell/rogue.htm. Now he's got it set up so that the game can look a little bit fancier or can look like the original game, and I want it to look like the original game. So I've tried to set all the settings to where they would be if the game actually played. And I'm going to start a new session. Okay, so in the Epics version, at least the one I had, the identification part came on a splash screen. Versions had it start up like this. So, but as you see, now this would be, imagine a Windows-based system. The game itself was not an install. I mean, we're talking serious old school software here. It was a self-contained exe program and a couple other files. I think I said the game was designed to be unbeatable or virtually unbeatable. As you go down, obviously it gets harder and harder. Not only that, but the game is basically designed to try to make you fail any way it can. If you look at the inventory here, you'll notice that one of the things I have is food. Okay, since the dungeons are always randomly created, every time you play, it's all random. Which is where Diablo, the first Diablo, actually has its roots in Rogue. In that, Diablo, the first Diablo, was just about pure random, except for a few specialized rooms that were always the same. But every time you played Diablo, the dungeons were always different, and that's how Rogue is. Every time you play, the dungeons are always different. What you face is always different. And even the number of arrows you start with, you see here 36. You could have 38, you could have 35. You could have less, you could have a few more. There's a certain range that you'd get in. Everything else, as you see on the screen here, was the basic equipment you'd get. If you've played D&D, I don't know what new D&D stuff does, but I know in old school in D&D, the +1/+1, one of the pluses was a plus to hit, and one of the pluses was a plus to damage. So, but anyway, I was talking about food and how difficult the game is to play. So you could be playing, run out of food, and starve to death, and that's the end of the game if you don't find any food. You might get lucky and find tons of food, but run into something that traps you on both sides and you're killed. No way around it. You may find a piece of armor that gives you maximum armor class. You may have found scrolls to boost that armor even more. And then suddenly run into one of these. I don't know if this is going to call it a rust beast monster or an aqua whatever monster, where it doesn't do you any damage, but it just destroys your armor. And then all of a sudden you're weak as far as your defenses go, and suddenly things can deal you a lot more damage because you don't have any defense. I only beat the game once, and that was with what is considered to be a cheating method. When you would quit the game, the only time you could save is to quit, and that was it. If you save the game, it would automatically exit, and then when you would go to restart your save game, you would have to type in rogue, which was the ASCII file, and space the save name file, and it would load in your save game and then delete it. So the only way to get around that was to make backup copies of your save. So you'd save your game and quit, back up your save game file, restart, and then if you ran into trouble, you could just copy your save file back, your backup save file back as the master save file, and try again. That was the only way I was able to beat the game, and I've played this game off and on since the 80s. So that shows you how long. This game has that kind of a life, at least for us old school players. Yeah, I doubt many people still play it. There's a few, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have a website like this that was dedicated to it. But anyway, so my character is this little guy, the @ symbol. This is a monster. Ooh, a frightening K, right? It's actually a kestrel. So if I move my arrow key to it, you swing and hit the kestrel. Ooh. And since it disappeared, I know I killed it. I have defeated the kestrel. This is gold. So what I did was I pressed F and the arrow key, and that was a fast move key. Now the dungeons were based on a 3x3 grid, so there'll be no room over here because this is basically killing it. So there's like this, there's nothing in there, this room, and then there should be something over here. There should be 3 rooms here and 3 rooms here. I had a pop-up there. Hopefully it did not interfere with what I'm doing. Alright, so now I'm in a new room. There's nothing in there. So, going to the next room. Okay. So, at this early stage, ice monsters are probably the toughest creature you run into. Hobgoblins are not so fun either. But ice monsters have a ranged attack. And let's see if he starts coming after me. Shockingly, no. I have just defeated the ice monster and have leveled up. So now my hit points went up a palsy amount. And this is something else that people would cheat for. If you knew you were going to level up, you'd save out. And when I say you knew you were going to level up, yeah, it's kind of hard to know, but you'd save periodically. That way, if you leveled up, every time you leveled up, your hit point max may go up or down. So when I say down, I don't mean more than what you started, but instead of having 15-15, I might have had 20-20, or I might have had 14-14. Right here in the parentheses being my max, and I think this being my current HP. Strength, again, because your strength can be weakened. So. Wow. Now this little symbol right there is the stairs going down. You can only ever go down until you acquire the amulet of Yandor or whatever it was called. I don't even remember now. But well, I'm killing things in one shot. I don't remember food looking like a colon with red. It was red, but I was thinking it was a red something else. But now I have 2 rations of food. I now have a scroll, and again, this is part of making it hard. You have no clue what that scroll is. And, ooh, I just found a long sword. Isn't that cool? And I didn't need to go there, but I always like to connect. So now I'm just keep exploring. Now I could, right now I am wielding, actually, alright. So I hit the question mark to see, it's been that long since I've done this. I thought when I had an object wielded that I would, it would be marked in the inventory. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Weapon in hand, being worn. So that lets you know. Now if I put on this ring, there's a command to put it on, and it would actually say out here, you know, on finger. And you can wear 2 rings. So I'm going to, right now, I am going to read this scroll. There's a chance an identity scroll, there's a chance that it's not. R to read, B, it vanishes, more, your hands begin to glow red. What do you want to call it? Well, from having played this for 14 million years, confuse monster. But when you would first play this, you would have no clue what that was. I don't hit the kestrel. The kestrel swings and misses me. Sorry. I hit. Your hands stop glowing red. The kestrel appears confused. See, confused monster. So now then the monster will kind of, if I don't kill him on this next hit, he may move. He may start moving instead of staying right next to me to battle me. Okay. So now I've just leveled up again. Okay. See what we used to have back in the day? I'm doing a search right now. I don't think there is anything. This is very unusual. It may be because of the... I've never played this before that I recall. Okay, so I defeated the kestrel. Nice. I didn't mean to go that way anyway. And as you see, there's I lost a hit point. It was very unusual for early levels to have, to already be missing like 3 rooms like this. But that was part of the randomness. Oh, and as you saw, I just restored a hit point. You would recover health over time. And then down the arrow. Now, obviously, when you played on a DOS machine, it did do that zoom in, zoom out. This is their flash, you know, trying to be a little bit fancy. It basically, I don't think anything special happened other than the screen, you just appeared down in the next level. So... oh, look, more gold. Okay, so now I'm searching because there should be a room over here. But there may not be. Or I may not be finding it. Now, doesn't look like I'm finding it, so it could still be there. I mean, that was one of the, again, The game was designed so that you could not beat it. Or not easily beat it, I should say. Correction. Oh, a snake and a hobgoblin. So I will hit a space. I have, oh, a slime. Okay, now let me explain my mistake there. Different versions of Rogue had different monsters for some of the letters. So you saw on level 1, I fought the letter E, and it was an emu. Sometimes that was an eyeball, if I recall. S's were snakes on the version that I have, but there were slimes, and this is not good because slimes can divide. I never liked the slime version, but in this case I got lucky, so I defeated the hobgoblin. So now I have a potion, and now I have 2 potions, and now I have more gold. Your score was actually based totally on gold. When the game was over, it would put you into a high, it would record all the high scores that you'd done, or that you and whoever else had played on your machine had done. And the score was totally based on gold. So, naturally, there is a creature that will steal your gold, called the Leprechaun. You swing and missed a hobgoblin more. He has injured you. And if you look, I took a pretty heavy hit. So I'm going to whack at him one more time. I hit the hobgoblin. He swings and hits me. He didn't hit me for much. I'm going to try one more time. Alright, so I defeated him. I have a spear. I have some scale mail and some new armor. So I'm going to sit here and rest. If you see it flashing, ooh, okay. This is what happens when you get a little bit nutty. Ooh, I got lucky. Now you don't heal up completely when you level up. You just get more hit points as your max, and then your whatever hit points you have now goes up accordingly. But if you're still injured, you're still going to be injured. So I'm going to read another scroll, see if I can find an ID scroll. As you read the scroll, it vanishes. Oh, it's an identity scroll. And I want to identify the longsword. Now you might say, well, why would you identify it? Well, as I keep saying, this game is designed to prevent you from winning. So there's a decent percent chance that the weapon or armor or ring that you pick up is cursed. And if cursed, then you can't drop it until you get a scroll of remove curse. And you may not ever get one. So I'm going to now wield a +0/+0 longsword. And as it's a better weapon than the +1/+1 mace. So I took some damage, so got a long hallway. I picked up, a few hit points to heal. I mentioned the leprechauns can steal your gold, and that's very true. Of course, leprechauns would mostly never bother you. Yeah, this is highly unusual. Alright, so as you see, it says I'm hungry right here. Which means that I'm going to need to eat food at some point in time. It looks like there's no room down there. I'm doing a search along this wall. Shoot. And I'm going to have to eat some food. I don't know if food tasting awful or food tasting good played a role, but in how long it lasted. But there you go. So it looks like I've cleared this level. It's still suspicious, but you know, one of the things about Rogue was, you know, at some point in time you just had to learn to cut your losses, because every time you hit S for search, you know, you're consuming how much another tick on how long your food deal is. That doesn't sound right. But every activity you take consumes whatever energy bar that's behind the scenes until it says, okay, well, you need food. Okay. So here we have our first dark room, which are always annoying because they are designed to make you waste more energy. Alright, well, I keep leveling up, which is good. And, okay. If you notice there, I did some searches, and then all of a sudden this plus, which is the door symbol, came open. And, ta-da, there was a room in here. Yeah, this has got to be something in the Flash, because it was never like this. Dadgummit. That was the other thing. You press the key like for search, because sometimes it would take like 20 or 30 searches, and then all of a sudden, oops, there's the secret door. But of course, when you did that, man, I just have a hard time believing there's no secret door. Fighting bats in an open room is never a good thing, because they can move around, or they do move around, I should say. Alright, anyway, I'm going to abandon the search there. I always love coming into a dark room. Uh-oh. Okay. What we have here is a very good possibility that this is a treasure room. Now, treasure rooms were very rare in Rogue, but they were always packed full of monsters. 3 monsters immediately on my screen. Makes me suspicious. Yep, I'm thinking this is a treasure room of some kind, because yeah. Oh, and we have our first orc, if they're using the same lettering convention in this one. And they just keep coming. So if you get past it, and this is the treasure room like I think it is, I don't think we're high enough right now to get a leprechaun. There might be still a leprechaun in here. Well, dadgummit. Man. Okay, so yes, this was a treasure room. Not as much treasure as I would have liked to have had for the amount of pain. But yes, this was a treasure room. Dadgummit! I'm doing a bit of tactical retreating because I'm losing so many hit points. But as you see, it was designed to basically cause you to weaken. And, you know, the monsters just don't stop coming. and it's kind of tedious to hit the button slow, you know, the rest. But, you know, if you didn't, then you had a chance that while you're pressing hard on the period button, which is to rest, that a monster could come in on you and get a few good free hits. So, letting this guy come to me. Please be an identity scroll. Excellent. I have 2 identity scrolls. Alright, so another cheat used to do is save. Oh yeah, slime mold. That's the low quality food. You could call that anything you wanted. There was an option to change what that was called. The default was slime mold. Um, if you're hungry, you can eat it. It'll give you a small extension on not needing food. As I recall, it's not nearly as good as a full ration. But anyway, because, you know, everything is random, you never knew if you were going to get another identity scroll or not. So a lot of times what you would do is save the game, save the back up the save game, reload, identity scroll, and then like say I'm going to identify this plate mail right now. So it's +0 plate mail. So I'm going to take off the ring mail that I had and wear the plate mail. But there's an option, and let's see if I can see it here. Name. Or maybe it was D for. No, that was discoveries. D is for drop. Call maybe C. Yes, rename object. C. You could rename something. So even though when I would reload, my inventory would not say +0 plate mail anymore, I could rename 0 plate mail. So I would be doing a cheat, identify, I would know what everything was, because once I had it, once I picked it up, what it was would never change. It would not go from +0 plate mail, and then the next time I ID'd it to -1 plate mail. It would always be +0 plate mail or +1 or whatever it was. So these were the little cheats that we did back when I was in college and in high school to try to get around some of these the severe limitations on this game. Since I'm playing this on the web, obviously I don't have that option, and I'm not planning on playing that long anyway. This is just mainly just a fun video just to show you how RPGs used to be back in the day. So I'm going to read my other identity scroll. And, okay. So we've got potions. But I can, because I've played this so long, I can identify most of them based on memory on their effect. So let's go with identifying a ring, the H. It is a ring of searching. Now, that is not a cursed ring. That's not a bad ring. It just basically means that you don't have to hit the S key. It will help you search automatically. However, it will seriously increase your food consumption. So I never used to wear those. Okay. Well, there is a door here. But if there hadn't been a door here, I would be in a position where I would definitely have to start identifying or trying to look for a hidden door somewhere. Alright, so we'll let this slime come up to me. I'm surprised none of them have divided, but again, this may be something that the Flash version of this game did, because again, like I told you, I just leveled up. I don't remember Rogue ever having this many, null rooms or non rooms. So, alright, so we've searched this. I'm basically going fast now just because that's how I usually play. Again, you see they're trying to do whatever it can to slow me down. And I'm going to go down to the next level. Oh, this is not good. Okay. I usually wait till I get weak to eat. If you run out of food, you can start fainting. Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is always not good news, because he can take away your. I don't know if he lowers your max strength or just your current strength. Let's find out. Well, let's hope we don't find out, actually. Okay, so I defeated the first rattlesnake. So I don't need to go and explore this part because, well, there is nothing else. So my visual range when I went across the bottom here checked the top, so there's no need to go over there. Now, if there was a potential for a hidden door, sure. Now, you might say, well, you went back across there. Well, yeah, I had to go back across anyway, so why not? Besides, I needed to see if there was another door there. There was already one door here. There wasn't going to be a second door on that wall, so. Oh, I'm weak, so I better eat. I'll eat the slime mold. Hey, that was a yummy slime mold. Oh. That may be my first one, that slash. Yes, or a staff in this case. So. Alright, so. Like I said, any more of the combat, I'm just trying to blow through it. So now I have a new scroll. I have no clue what it is. And the scrolls can also be, I don't want to say cursed, but they can be, there's one that's actually aptly called Aggravate Monster. And that will bring every monster on the level running to you. Bad news always. Alright, so now we're at level 6. Ooh, I am inventory locked. You can't carry anything else. So now then you have a choice because you've got a scroll here. I've got choices. I can either drop stuff. I'm not going to use spears. I'm not going to use the darts. So, we'll probably drop that stuff. But I'm going to qualify some potions. E. You suddenly feel more skillful. So now I have, if I do a D for discovery, I found a potion of raised level. Please be an identity scroll. Yes. Alright. What do I want to E? So, a staff of haste monster will give the monster, well, haste. So he'll get 2 whacks on your every one. Now, do you want that? No. So, I'm going to drop a wand of haste monster, D. I'm going to drop a spear. I'm going to drop a spear. I'm going to drop darts. Now, you might be saying, well, you've got all that armor. Yeah, well, by level 8, possibly as early as level 7, but definitely by level 8, the either rust monster or aqua whatever monster will come along to attack my armor. So I usually kept a few armors around. Oops. Just see. Now, if you're wondering why that orc, some monsters won't attack. That orc is actually sitting on a pile of gold, I think. So, they will do that. Inventory, let's see. Of course, now again, the bad thing is going back to the old armor thing is, well, it's not ID'd, and you put on cursed armor. Well, you're cursed. So, but the curse, meaning basically that it's already below, it's a -1 or higher, or lower, I should say, armor class on the well, okay, not armor class, but bonus, a negative bonus on the armor itself, so that your armor class will be lower. But if you hit one of these rust monsters or whatever, it pretty much doesn't matter anyway, other than you just can't take it off. That's the curse part. So, oh, goody, look, a rattlesnake. Well, so far I've been lucky with them. Oh, I'm caught in a bear trap. Now, the one of searching would have probably found that if I'd have had it on. So I'm trying to get out of the bear trap, and now I just got out. So now then, there's a trap. There are other traps. Some can be kind of beneficial, like the teleport trap, but they can all, it's kind of a random thing. I mean, if you run into something really powerful and there's a teleport trap, you can, oops, didn't mean to go back that way, teleport out of danger, but of course there's always a risk that you will teleport into something just as bad or worse. Okay, well, I really chance. Oh boy, I was frozen by the ice monster. Let's see, I'm kind of maxed out again. I'm going to quaff some more potions. F. Wait a minute, before I do that. Okay, I'm at maximum hit points. I'm fully healed. I'm fully strengthened. One of the cool things about this, there's two kinds of healing potions. There's regular healing and then extra healing. Obviously, if you're low on hit points, it makes sense what they do. They heal you. Regular healing gives you some hit points back. Extra healing gives you more hit points back. However, if you're at maximum and you quaff a potion of healing, it will give you another +1 to your max hit points. And if you quaffed one that was extra healing, I think it gave you +2. There's also potions that can improve your strength. But there's also potions that can make you sick. So, okay, I think... Oh boy, I don't remember what this one was. I'll call it warm all over. I don't remember what it was. Wow, it's been way too long since I've last played. That might have been... I don't want to say. Okay, so that was a potion of strength. As you see now, I just went up 1 in strength, so now my punches will be harder. Or my hits will be harder, F. So now I'm confused. So I have no control over my movements. So basically I'm just going to sit here and hit the period key until it wears off. Okay, you begin to feel better. That was a potion of healing. As you see, my max hit points went up by 1. So what I want to do is just kind of rest here. And oh boy, this is not good. This is so not good. Okay, good. The confusion wore off, so. Whew. A little surprised to see, well, ice monsters could still appear down this far. Oops. Uh-oh. He hit me, and as you see, my current strength dropped by 1. The warm all over maybe restore strength. In fact, I think that's what it is. Now that I think about it. I know it did something positive to you. And I'm thinking it was restore strength. Now, if you saw that, the ice monster, who I couldn't see, sent a blast of frost at me. It missed me, bounced off of the back wall behind me, went past me again, hit the ice monster, and then killed him. Yay, a scroll of identity. Alright, so now what do I want to identify? Part of me wants to identify some of the armor I have. Okay. I don't think there was anything there. Yes, you've got a 9x9 radius around you. 3x3. Sorry, not 9x9. You always liked it when you found lots of gold because that meant your score was going to be hungry. Ooh. So there's a dart, and unfortunately I didn't get poisoned because that could have weakened me as well. Again, a ring of searching would have solved that. But also, a ring of searching would have eats up more food, so. And the rattlesnake is continuing to weaken me. This is so. See what I mean by how the game is designed to defeat you? So even though I'm like doing good, the first tough monster. Let's see. I am going to wield in and then throw and to the right and then O. Arrow hit the centaur. Throw which direction? O. Arrow hits the centaur. Throw which direction? Arrow hits the centaur. Okay. He's got to be pretty close to me. So I'm going to go ahead and wield my sword. I could have gone one more turn. I couldn't remember. Okay, he was further. I'd have been counting. I wasn't counting. I wasn't paying attention. I could have, if I'd have been doing this right. Well, okay, I did injure him some, so. I don't. Zentar may have dropped that. I think he did. Okay. That may have been a detect food potion, or detect magic, maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to go look it up because I just honestly don't remember. But it was some kind of detection. And look at there. Well, I haven't lost any more strength. There's something, I guess. And none of the slimes have divided, which, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with that. As you see, the rattlesnakes are coming fast and furious now, because it's all about trying to weaken you down. Now, so far I've been fairly lucky with them. I've had games where my strength has gone down, I mean, just to, like, near nothing. I didn't mean to go that way. Got 7 rations of food. Alright. Didn't find... Ooh. The slime divided, I think. I want to get away. There we go. I think the slime... They're pretty slow. I don't think that when you hit it, see, it's dividing. Slime divides. I don't think that a slime could get behind you. I think that's why I remember that you always had to go into the doorway. Oh! There it is. So if I take off my armor now, he's going to get a free hit on me and it's going to go down to 6. Now that's not cursed. But even though it's negative, it's not cursed because I had it. Zombie. So we're hitting some new monsters. Okay. I'm down to 13 strength now. So my hits are not doing nearly the damage that they were. Even though it doesn't actually tell you on screen what your damages are, you can... The fights are, you know, still stuck in a bear trap. Frack. This is one of those where you just like, oh boy, quagga. So I had to shift attention to attacking the quagga, wherever the heck that is. So I just leveled up, I think. Yes. But But anyway, I have worthless armor right now, pretty much. I'll just put that on. It was a risk. Let's see, drop. Plate mail. It was a risk to put it on, but you know, again, sometimes in this game you have to take risk. So, dadgummit. Now I'm at strength 12. You see what I mean? The game gets, as you go up, it's designed to get harder and harder, which all games do. Don't get me wrong. There's not an RPG out there that any of us have played where that hasn't been the case. But in this case, the game's actual design is to make you lose. And it will, I hate to say it will do whatever it takes, because it's not some kind of living entity. But, the game has been programmed so that you, oh, great. So I fell into a trap. There's another trap. Oh, boy. Aha. The nymph. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then if I go the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's about 6 one way, half a dozen another. I'm going to step in the doorway, so that'll give me actually an 11. So I'm going to have to make sure I count this. Nymphs will never attack you unless you activate an aggravate monster spell, or with a scroll, I should say, or you attack them. The thing about nymphs is that they're less interested in attacking you and more interested in stealing something, including something you're wearing or wielding. So, that's why I counted off. This is where ranged weapons come into play. So there was 11. Now, the reason I count that because I need to count turns I have until I can attack it 10 times, and then on the 11th turn I will wield my sword. So throw which direction R, throw which direction R. Okay, wield S. And that's why you attack a nymph. They always have a potion. Warm all over. Let's quaff this, because that may give me restore strength. Yes! So now I'm back at 17. Very good. Alright, there's Mr. Leprechaun. Mr. Leprechaun is sitting on gold. So again, much like with the nymph, you attack him from a distance. His purpose, he will hit you. Don't get me wrong, he will hit you. But his main purpose is to try to steal some of your gold. So if you're going to attack him, you need to attack him from a ranged distance. And you always like this, where you've got lots of room to attack from a distance. Alright, so let's see, let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I should have easily. Two, 3, 4, and he's defeated. And there should be... Ooh. Well, he had... Okay, so I found one of my arrows that missed. Arrows that hit don't do anything. Looks like he had... again, this may be this version of Rogue. The version of Rogue that I played for... That I bought and played for so many years... Leprechauns did not give up treasure. They only gave up gold. So you attacked them because you wanted more gold for your final score. Transversely, you didn't want them stealing gold because, doggone it, because it would lower your score. Dagnabbit. And as you see, easy come, easy go on the strength. I've had no food concerns in this one. Nice. Alright. I'm thinking... Okay, there's a teleport trap. And you're always confused when you come out of a teleport trap. So. And I see that none of the walls on the right side are opening up. Therefore, there's a secret door somewhere I'm going to find. Oh, man, that's right in the doorway. There's no way... There is no way around that. Because you cannot move diagonally. Well, now. That was another frustrating thing. I'm going to try it one more time. Shoot. Ah, frack. Alright. Like I said, the game is designed to try to beat you. To make sure you lose, not just beat you. And I'm not finding a secret door. This is freaking not cool. Watch, the stairs will be in this room. Yep, there goes my armor. I'll probably run into another aqua monster. There's a weak chance there might be a door coming up from here. Yep, there was. And another leprechaun. Shoot. Well... 1, 2. So I could only hit him with one arrow. What the hell? Pardon my French. Okay, so I got lucky. Ha! Now that rattlesnake. God grief. And I was confused, so there's going to be a rattlesnake up here. There he is. I knew I was going to have to deal with him at some point, but since I needed to search, I may put on the ring of searching. Alright, well, I just found... Oh, yeah. Well, I can move diagonally. Sorry, I just can't move diagonally out of a door. Oh, boy. Now strength is down to 12 again. It just never ends. Oh boy. And as you see, I'm down to 9 hit points. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. And again, you're going to run into plenty of these Quator monsters. And doggone it. And the rattlesnake is biting me from the side. Swear. We're only on level 11. I don't even remember where this the amulet that you gotta find is. I don't even remember what level that's on. While I'm up here near the end of the dungeon, I'm gonna read some of these potions. Potions. Scrolls. A scroll reads, it vanishes. Oh, that was a teleportation scroll. Nice. I want to go back because I want to be near the stairs just in case I trigger an aggravate monster. That's the other reason. The dungeon's cleared, although new monsters can randomly appear in it at any time. That's remove curse. Yeah, if you feel like someone's watching over you. So, read C. Okay, well, we don't want any more of that, so drop C. So that's a bad one. Read D. Your armor glows faintly for a moment. Enchant armor. So that armor that had gotten whacked down about Aqua or whatever the heck it was, now been boosted up one. Maybe this will be an enhancement to my... Ooh, good. Your longsword glows blue for a moment. Enchant weapon. So it's going to be random on if it's a +1 to attack or +1 to damage. I think the second +1 is the damage. I think that's how the rating went. So my weapon is at least a little bit better. Shoot. At least you regenerate hit. I'm regenerating. Whoops. Yeah, see, I can't go up the stairs. I can only go down. And by the way, when you can start going up, because the object of the game is to go all the way down. When you find the amulet, then go all the way back up. And unfortunately, the monsters don't get any easier when you go back up. And the dungeons are all still randomized. So, okay. So, do I have any more? Yeah, I do. So, and I need to search for where that secret door is. There it is. So, drop. Well, wait a minute. Take off. Drop. I. Where, again, it's always risky, but... And I put on some armor because, you know, there are nasty things. I'm not going to want this mace. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it. I don't think there's anything that can weaken your weapon, so... Another treasure room. possibly a small treasure room. Leather armor. Yes, it was a treasure room. She stole my only backup. And okay, so and there was a poison arrow trap. Alright, so that was the other scenario I forgot about. In treasure rooms, leprechauns and nymphs will attack you. I forgot about that. So, yeah. So that's just freaking awesome. Well, at least you didn't steal the +0 banded mail. And I have a bone wand. So there are just so many freaking these freaking Ecuador monsters. It's just not even funny. So yeah, so it's 7. I could have counted without moving, but that's okay. M. Throw which direction in? 1. Throw which direction in? Throw which direction in? Throw which direction in? Wield long sword. Oh goody. And I picked up one of the arrows that I missed, so. Alright, so I got a couple of rings. I want to try to identify one of them, just in case. Well, wait, do I want to do a ring, or do I want to do a wand? There's the only decent ring, as I recall, if you got a ring of extend food supply or something like that, basically it slowed down your slow digestion, that's what it was called. You could put that on, and then you could wear like something like a ring of searching. I think that was the only real decent ring. There may have been some other rings that were okay, but there are curse rings too, like, you know, rings of aggravate monsters. You know that they're, you know, no matter where you go, you're always just being wailed on. I think I'll identify the wand. A wand of nothing. Wasn't that lovely? Drop a wand of nothing. He's gotta love worthless crap. Caught in a bear trap. Oh boy. Searching. I'm surprised it lasted this long, to be honest. These games. Yep. Wow, I just leveled up to champion. There it is. The first, well, centaurs are the first mega bad monster. Trolls are then a step above them. Trolls have a vicious hit. I have weak armor. You miss a troll. Let's see, I've already done 25 and I'm almost dead. My only hope is to run. Regain some HP. Now, unfortunately, even if I do this, he will not be trapped. I've always thought that was bogus, but hey. So, anyway. I knew that was going to happen. I would have had to have a weapon that was a lot stronger than what I had, or gotten lucky. I had weak strength. So it's a combination of everything. So when you run into a troll and you're weak in strength, and you don't have a really good weapon, you're just not going to win. So here to see the rankings. That first one was when I just tried it out a little bit. Excuse me. So anyway, so that's Rogue, the first RPG game I ever owned. This one is done as a not Java, as a Flash game, on freewebs.com/drussell /rogue.html. I'll put the link in the video. So, I'm AstroNerdBoy here, signing